All right, guys, so we're here. We're at the hotel night before round 4 at Lake Erie Speedway. So we're second in points. Hopefully we can clinch a pro license. To do that, we have to qualify and win our first battle.
We're going to win the whole thing instead.
That's the spirit. All right, we'll check in tomorrow when we get to the track. Guys, what's up? We're at the track. We did practice. We're about to go out for qualifying in like a half hour. So hopefully we just get a good run in, get qualified, and then we'll take it from there. See you in a bit.
Next up, we got Daniel Mavazio and his E36. Let's see what kind of lap he puts down for us.
Also, it looks like he's running a fuel suspension setup, which is, we see that quite common out here in the drift world.
And it's almost the same issue as Shorkey. He just got the tail end of outer zone 2. Definitely didn't come into 2 very well.
So I wonder if it's starting to grip up. See, on 3, he's solid. And people are starting to catch on that outer zone 3 is really important to the judges. I mean, all of the zones are important, but 3 is extremely important because it's right in front of us.
Oh, and outer zone 3 and pretty much all of 4. Correct, and he got a 77, Daniel Malvazio, 77 on his second run.
All right, so we qualified 7th. My first run was a little crappy. I'm going to show you the track map here. I came out, transitioned too soon, and I was shallow throughout 3, and I kind of like had a little bobble going into outer zone 4. So we got a 58 on my first run. My second run was a lot cleaner, and I got a 77, so 7-7, 7th place. First battle's gonna be a tough one, but yeah, we'll get it.
Okay, moving on. And out front there in the BMW. Kevin following behind in the 240. So you're getting into outside zone 2. Got a nice big gap there, although that 240 is starting to dial things in. We can see lead car, looks like he's holding the power back a little bit, just trying to get through those zones without shooting out too quickly. See what happens here in the transition. We'll see how gripped up he is. If you see a fast transition, you know what's going on. Overshoots a little bit in the last side zone, taking out one of the cones. That wasn't too bad. That was surprised there hasn't been like a Mopar that's come out that people have really jumped on.
There's a reason for that.
All right, getting into the next battle here. Kevin out front of that 240. Looks like he's holding it down quite well. You can see good wheel speed there, getting into outside zone 2. Let's see how he can fill that out. Right on the line though, as he comes up to the wall. Like fantastic job filling that outside zone. He's gonna have to seal that driver compartment in a little bit. You can see the smoke coming out of the driver's side window. Can play a massive factor. Smoke is the one thing that people don't talk about enough in this sport, and the amount of smoke that you're having to fight through, having to see through from either your own.
And like we spoke about earlier, Link ECU is doing the top 3 in final points, receive a Pro Spec ECU and a Pro-Am license.
And it looks like we're gonna have a one more time on that battle. Judges completely split down the middle with a 1 for one driver, 1 for the other, and a one more time in the middle. So this is where we need like some statistician up here giving us useless facts about like yeah exactly. I want the most obscure facts only. So getting into it, lead driver going out to outside zone 1, really pushing wide, looks great. That 240 definitely staying parallel, not the best proximity. We saw this kind of last time as well. I don't know if it's just a horsepower or a grip thing. It looks maybe like a grip thing the way that he shot out there in the transition. Going into 3, looks a little bit shallow from our lead driver. 240 hanging in though, but it's We are seeing some mistakes there. I don't know if these are an old set of tires that they're running on. They look a little Orlando and was amazing. I think he won the event. Yeah. And just the chassis was so tired that when he got the new one in, no more flex. So that 240SX of Kevin Madden out front, looking pretty good so far in the first one. He's picking up speed though. This is really interesting. We're seeing a lot of gapping here, and I mean, one tire off in outside zone 2. This transition though it's a lot longer than it might look on the screen right now. You really got to push the car through it, transition at the right time. Yeah, there is that slight downhill in the middle of the track, coming back up. Kevin doing a good job. Got off the power a little bit there in the last outside zone, so couple mistakes. Be a wicked battle. We'll get into that in a second. We get the judge's decision here, and it looks like Daniel Malvasio is going to take the win there. So Kevin, nothing to be ashamed of. It looks like Daniel I can never get this. Malvasio.
Daniel Malvasio.
So Danmo?
Danmo.
That's what we're getting? So is that Jackson out front, if I got that correct? Jackson chasing? All right. Jackson is chasing. I'm sorry. I can't read my own writing here.
Pull it together.
I know. Lead car getting really far out there in 2, though. See how he goes into 3 a little bit shallow. See if he shores it up a bit. Dipping one wheel into the zone pretty much the whole time. Really checking angle, though. Ooh. I don't know. That was
close, man.
I mean, he didn't straighten.
Alrighty, the boys are off. Let's see what kind of run they can put out for us here.
Great initiation there, right up against the wall. Points for style there, that's for sure. Yeah. Super wide going into 2. See if he can hold on to it. One wheel looks like it was dipping out.
Looks like the lead driver's giving the chase driver a great run here. Running a super wide.
Yeah. We're getting a good mirror. Proximity should come in the next 2 zones, though. We'll see. Everyone's really shoring up to get into that zone, so it's interesting how that line goes. Man.
That was a great run.
So, judge's decision. Is it going to be or Malvasio? And Malvasio takes the win. I'm not even trying to pronounce his name correctly anymore.
We got Dan Malvasio and Mr. Anderson here. Real close there on outer zone 1. Let's see how they go into outer zone 2.
I want to see the replay on that initiation because I don't know what happened there. That was interesting.
Rough for both drivers, looks like.
Yeah, I don't know if he over-rotated or what happened, but got some good speed into 3 now. Yeah. It's interesting just to see how long they hold that angle in transition. So, yeah, I definitely want to see the replay to figure out what happened on sponsor points. I'm just saying. All right, sponsor things. Let's see how things go. I think another really deep on outside zone 1. Bit of an awkward transition there from both drivers, putting the lead driver missing at least the first quarter of that second outside zone. Chase coming in tight though. A little bit later on the transition, trying to hunt things down, park it back in. Looks like both drivers we're running into the opposite issue now. It looks like they almost don't have enough grip. The cars are really sliding around, which I mean can be good. Yeah, you just think the increase in temperature, tracks bedding in. How often do you guys check your tank?
Oh, we have an announcement?
Yeah, Malvasio and Anderson. It looks like Malvasio is heading off to the finals. Interesting.
Very interesting.
All right, final battle here. Daniel Malvasio and Tom Perner. Dan is out front in the lead. Big initiation there, nice and smoky, heading into outside zone 1, filling that entire thing. Tom doing a great job as of right now, pairing things up. Really shallow there from Dan, although he does get it back into the zone in the second half of it. Tom doing a good job. You can see him anticipating when that transition is coming. Dan sliding in real deep there for outside zone 2. Tom keeping the proximity, shoring up a little bit of angle as they transition back into the final zone. Very smooth there from Tom. As long as he can nail the zones, like he's really fluent throughout them. Yep. E36 M50.
Non-turbo.
Non-turbo. Sponsored by Tire Streets. Rocking a big Feel suspension logo too. So shouts out to Odie and the boys.
Yes, absolutely. Huge shout out to Feel. So it's crazy to think that a M50 non-turbo made it, all the way into the finals here. So we'll see what ends up happening. And we have confirmed that the other car is supercharged. Oh, he definitely brought
So
it.
So we were, yeah, Dan winning round one. I mean, obviously he's on the hunt for winning, the bookends
Right now.
and second in points. So this boy, we're gonna be seeing this boy in Prospect soon. That's what it sounds like.
M50 non-turbo?
Yeah, I do it. Do it. Yeah, bet. Let's go. Swapping things up now. Tom out front. We'll see Dan really pushing things, jumping that line on him, messing with Tom's head a little. See what happens. Great proximity, good angle, not a lot of adjustment with either driver as we get into that transition point. Yeah, Tom filling that zone, a little bit shallow. You can see him left foot braking to bring the back end around, going real wide there through the transition into the marbles. Going into zone 3, going whoa, real deep. I think he loosened that car up a bit. A little bit of an awkward transition there, and Tom missing. Oh, did he straighten? Was that a straighten?
That'll be interesting to see what the judge has to say about
That could be the deciding factor right there.
Dan Mavazio did a great job pacing Tom on that run.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Real go chase run.
Yeah, that was fantastic. All right, if we have a decision, please make sure to head over to the giant Drift Mahoney Lake Erie Speedway, driven by Pro Waste Arch, because these bad boys, there's going to be burnouts. There's going to be burnouts.
Congrats, man.
I think she needs a new clutch.
Just put a new clutch in it.
Yeah, I smoked that thing.
Second place, we're looking at Tom Perner. and
Tom
his
Perner,
backup
second
car.
place,
Great
which
job,
means,
Tom.
what does that mean, Brian?
That's gonna mean, give him a sec. Looks like we got Dan Malvazio with the win.
Oh,
Dan Malvazio takes first place.
Congrats, Dan.
Congratulations, Dan.
Sounds like Dan is getting his Prospect license as well.
Boys, let's get these cars. This is some big smoky burnouts for the fans.